In the grand scheme of things, do you think CVTs do trade durability for efficiency?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, they're not unreliable in themselves. It's normally something external which causes it to start to fail. But like the bearings and things, they're heavy on bearings. The Jukes had a problem with their input shaft bearings. They just did.
The bearings are one thing that you change a lot.
Yeah, we change them. We put a bigger bearing in.
Yeah.
I think everybody's doing that now. Really, anybody who knows about them, if you've got one, they changed them from a ball bearing to a roller bearing, so it's much more reliable. Yeah. We don't let one go out now without a roller bearing in it.
Yeah. So from factory, the bearings are not that.
They're not the best. Nissans did change them after so many years. The later model cars were better. They still had some problems, but there's a lot out there, and it's all we do. So we do see problems, but yeah, they had a known problem with it. It was very, very common.
Yeah. And then the problem with durability, or the issues they throw up, do you think they're linked more to, and we'll go into servicing as a separate section, but do you think they're in some respect related to the way people take care of their cars and they drive them?
In some respects probably, but they had a problem. It wouldn't matter really. Some of them you could service them, every 10,000 miles and you still have the same problem. It might help.
With the bearings?
With the bearings, yeah. It might help a bit, but it is just a weak point of them. But lack of lubrication, bearing's not very big. I mean, the input shaft bearing is very small, it's tiny. I mean, the main bearings don't go that often. They're pretty good because obviously look at the size of them, they're huge. And I would say that one's much bigger than because that's coping with a lot more torque, a lot more pressure. Yeah. So, and a lot more weight in a X-Trail or a Qashqai. That's X-Trail.
What model are you talking about when you say, when we're talking about the bearings being an issue?
Jukes, generally.
What?
Input shaft bearings.
Yeah, but what generation?
Gen 1.
Gen 1. Which ran from when to when?
I don't actually know off the top of my head.
Yeah, but roughly
2010-ish.
2010-ish.
Up to about 17, I suppose. The new Jukes have gone to twin clutch anyway.
So if one of the people who are watching us now decide to buy a 2010 Juke, do you advise them to just get those bearings changed?
Probably. It would be worth doing. If you're going to say, right, I'm going to keep this car forever, then do it. Obviously, it's quite expensive to do. So, you know what people are like. If it's not broke, they're not going to try and fix it. Which is a good saying as well. If it's working, leave it alone. Yeah. Get it serviced is probably your best bet. Just do the oils and the filters. It's the most you can do for the least amount of money to try and protect the gearbox. Yeah. Same as anything, your engine.
We've mentioned this in the last episode that, try and be proactive.
Yeah, try and get to it beforehand. Or the first sign, like if you get to us, I can just hear a noise. Right, bring it in, let's have a listen. Yep, your bearing's going, stop driving it, because at the minute, your chain cylinders might be okay, but if you keep driving it, the bits of the bearing getting all the valves and the valve body, then they get in there, and then as soon as that starts to eat the chain, as soon as it starts to slip, you're done. That will it will eat the cylinders. It's so hard. It's so hardened. Yeah, you can buy that whole end casing. With the cylinders.
Sometimes you just got to keep on top of servicing because that saves you bigger bills.
Yeah, generally.
And it's hard for a lot of people to just, do that, I guess.
It's hard for people to see that because you think, a service is going to cost you, for instance, 300 quid, but you're not actually going to get anything fixed for that. You're not going to get anything for your money apart from a service. Whereas if you go in and you've got a dent in the rear quarter and you pay 300 quid and you can see it.
You can visualize the
But as far as a service in your transmission, you're not going to see it.
But you've got to be smart about it because you're preventing a failure that might cost you maybe even
3,000 quid. All of a sudden it jumps up big time. Yeah. So it is worth taking care of your stuff. Yeah. Take care of it, it'll take care of you. That's
I think it's really to be honest with you, I think it's a mindset that you've got to put yourself in.
Yeah. Okay. And I think more these days, people do actually have their stuff serviced. When I first started doing the transmissions, very few people ever got gearbox don't need servicing.
So you used to see really bad examples, probably.
Yeah, and it would be absolutely ruined by the time it gave. Whereas, the new gearboxes, they like to be clean as well. Clean the filters, clean the oil. It's the way to do it, really. Yeah, keep them clean. All this manufacturer's lifetime servicing is it's a bit of a get out for the manufacturers to keep their costs down. While they're doing, we do 5 years free servicing. Yeah, but you only change the oil twice in those 5 years. Yeah. In the engine. gearbox, nothing else gets done.
Yeah, because it's not getting up to that
Not getting up to the mileage.
that you
And
need.
by then, you think you kept that car 5 years. You had 5 years free service, and you kept it for 5. You sold it.
Yeah.
Manufacturer don't care. It's out of warranty.
And we did talk about this in the last episode. I think it's a very, very important bit for people to start, sort of thinking about. If you buy a car, if you buy a BMW or VW or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's on its second ownership cycle
Check the
with
servicing.
you,
Yeah.
you gotta look into that. You gotta see
Have
if
a look into it.
if it has been serviced before or not.
I think
'Cause
Audi,
otherwise-
BMW guys, they do like to get their cars serviced. They are a bit different, Nissan Juke, I'm not really sure that many people would come in and say I want it serviced, but if you got nice BMW or a nice Audi, people actually do think
Yeah.
this needs doing.
Yeah.
I'll get it done because
the
I want to
profile of
prevent
the
it.
driver.
Yeah, the driver. Maybe 1 in 10 might get a Juke done, but maybe 1 in 5 might get their Audi or BMW done.
Yeah.
Depends on the caliber of the driver.
I'm going to ask you this question about what the manuals say as to the servicing of these gearboxes.
Yeah, well, a lot of them say lifetime filled.
Same thing again.
Same thing. What is your lifetime? You don't know.
Yeah.
Until you haven't got the car anymore.
and in
They
most
only really
cases-
want to see it out of warranty.
Yeah.
Nissans years ago, Toyotas, they just went on forever. But these days, it just. But why would they want to make them go on forever? They need to sell you another car.
Mm-hmm.
If
They
I'm
want
sure,
the whole car to die. Yeah.
well, it's the way it has to be done, isn't it? Really, for them
Yeah.
to stay in business, they've got to sell more cars.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
They've got to sell more.
Yeah.
If you had you've kept it forever. They've earned so little money.
Then they just got to sell it on its shape, the
Yeah.
renewed shape or something else. But the practical, the driver who bought it for the practicality of getting from A
Yeah.
to B is always going to be like, okay, you know what? I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Why change it?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's working well.
Drives well.
Yeah.